just getting ready for the key change. There it is right there. You can hear it start to kick right there, and that note. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful build into the key. Hey, what up?
What's up?
Today on the request line, we are getting into a Laura Branigan song. It's called Over You. It's from the album called Over My Heart. Came out in 1993. This wasn't a single. It was just your basic, typical album filler, if you will. But my patron today has a little extra bonus for me, for you to watch. Wants me to go over the lyrics as well to see if Laura was telling the truth in this story or she was lying to herself, if she was trying to convince herself, etc. Now, if the song is biographical and we're unsure of it, we'll find out if she's truly lying to herself.
Hello. Thanks for calling into the request line here on Patreon. It's always awesome to hear from one of my patrons. So tell me, caller, what record am I queuing up for you tonight?
Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today on the request line. Let's get into this thing. Okay, Laura Branigan. Let's do this. Shall we? Take one. Lyrics are right there, so you know what I'm looking at. Beautiful beginning.
I don't lose my breath when I hear a step on the stairway, and my heart doesn't stop when I hear a knock at my door. I say to myself, it's just some old friend of mine. I don't think for a moment, boy, that you've changed your mind. I'm over you. I'm finally over you. Just like you've gotten over me. Just like you did so easily.
That sucks.
I'm over you. This time I'm over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you. Things have fallen in place, and there's hardly a trace of you anywhere. I've got too much to do to be thinking of you coming home. And I don't expect that your turn will come to cry.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Holy crap.
After all, baby, it was you who said goodbye.
There we go. Now we got some power.
This time I'm really over you. Just like you've gotten over me. Just like you did so easily. I'm over you. This time I'm really over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you.
I'm waiting for a key change. I can hear one in this song. Let's see if I get it. Told you.
This time I'm really over you. I don't give a damn what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you. This time I'm over you. I swear I'm really over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you. I'm over you. I swear I'm really over you. Just like you got over me. Just like you did so easily. I swear I'm really over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you.
Wow. Got a long outro. That's okay. That's pretty much it. Okay, so that was cool. Wow. First thoughts. I forgot how incredible that woman can sing, or could sing. Wow. And I love when she gets into her full belt, and she has that ability to crack her voice without it breaking. I sing in a very similar way, so I understand that. I call it a fake break, to, tug on the heart or to get the, a punch in the song, that kind of thing. It's just her natural tone, just really, really solid vocal. I didn't expect the beginning of it to be so depressing, down, like your typical, early 90s song, Richard Marx and all that type of stuff, late 80s, early 90s. It just has that feel, but it's Laura Branigan. She had a specific sound and it sounds just like her, but it also sounds like it could be one of the large divas that, came. You look at Celine, etc. Could have easily been sung by either one of them. I'm assuming this song was not written by her. A lot of the songs on the album were not. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But musically, I liked how it kicked in later. And lyrically, interesting. I'm going to go into the lyrics in the second playthrough, play a little bit of it, and then discuss them as I go through, kind of with the music as well. But yeah, let's get into take two. All right, Scott Rooney, here we go. Let's play with these lyrics, which I kind of have an opinion based upon how I read them the first time, because I read them ahead of time. And I wanted to get an idea of how they go, what they sound like, what kind of subject matter she's getting on, how deep, how brokenhearted, because I knew it had something to do with that, being called over you. So yeah, it was interesting. Oh, and the key change. I told you, I heard a key change coming. It was in that right spot for it to bump up, and she bumped it, and it was really cool. So, all right, like I said, let's get into take two, and we'll do this again. Even the hi-hat's so low.
I don't lose my breath when I hear a step on the stairway.
See, that one kind of punch in the face, right?
And my heart doesn't stop when I hear a knock at my door.
All right, we're going to pause that there. So the lyrics are going to be over there. They should be already. Yeah, I don't lose my breath when I hear a step on the stairway, and my heart doesn't stop when I hear a knock at my door. Like, most of you that watch this channel of mine are all around my age, give or take 10, 15 at the most. So we all understand that certain time when we were in love, if we still are, outstanding. But I'm just saying that those loves that we had when we were younger, that you would lose your breath when you knew your person was on their way to your house. You know, the moment the doorbell goes or the knock on the door, you know, you get butterflies. I know when I was on the other side of that door and I'm about to knock, I'm like, here we go. And I'm like butterflying like crazy. Good anxiety, good butterflies, like the good stuff. Like, oh, and there's nothing like those butterflies in your gut when you have someone you truly care about, and, you know, of that type of love. And, oh man, there's nothing like it. So to hear that sucks. You know, that's just, I've lost it. Like it doesn't happen. And yeah, just going to continue. You'll see where she's going with it. But yeah, that's just, that's rough.
I say to myself, it's just some old friend of mine.
See, that's messed up right there.
I don't think for a moment, boy, that you've changed your mind.
All right, I'm going to bring her back a minute. I'm not sure where we're going here. Hold on. Oh yeah, this will work.
It's just some old friend of mine.
It's like she's pleading with herself. It almost sounds like she's breaking. And
that you've changed your mind.
It feels like, you know, when she says, I say to myself, is just some old friend of mine. I don't think for a moment, boy. It sounds like she's pleading, but like just done. Like all the emotion's still there. She's controlled when she's singing, but when she goes into this topic, this person in the lyrics that she's singing about, it does feel like she's got some sad, like a separation from it, and she feels the loss, but it still feels kind of raw. And, you know, then she continues to, you know, let him know that I don't care anymore.
I'm over you. I'm finally over
The way her
you.
voice breaks and I'm finally, oh,
Just like you've gotten over me. Just like you did so easily.
that one hurts too. Like, you've gotten over me like you did so easily. Like, all of us have had that feeling once. I'm assuming everyone has had that feeling of like, wow, that person got over me. Like, if you were the person being sung to, wow, that sucks. Did they get over me that fast? Wow, was I nothing? You know, and oh my goodness, you know, blah blah blah. And is she like reacting to? I mean, it was 1993, guys, in the late 80s, early 90s, Gen X type of thing, even boomers, because, you know, she's of the boomer bracket. All a bunch of stupid people. Most of us were stupid people. And I know I've made my mistakes with people from my past, like I shouldn't have acted this way, but that's what growing up is all about. That's what therapy is all about too. Learning to fix the stupid and become a better version of you so we don't keep up this pattern, right? But it just feels like it's like, ow, you know, you got over me. It just hurts when it feels like it was just a switch going on and off. But on the other hand, I've been there. I've been when that switch turned off and that person is just, I'm done and it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, who you are. It's gone. And if it's gone, it's not fair to you or me. So why the hell are we doing this? Yeah, it's just rough. All right. It's getting too melancholy here. Let's move on, even though the song is brutal, right?
I'm over you. This time I'm over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you.
Now, see, that line can be taken in two ways. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you. So either don't lie to yourself and think there's still a possibility here, or just please don't even think about it anymore. Don't even tell yourself that I'm still in love with you, because maybe I am, and I don't want you to know. Don't even talk about it. I mean, it could be taken that way. But anyway, musically, now we're getting into this a little more before we get into verse 2. It's basic keyboards, the brass, the cymbals, and all that on the drums, brass. You know what I mean? The cymbals, the hardware. No real major snare or kick until a little bit later. From the beginning, it was just a nice ballady feel, very pulled back, reserved. Definitely going to feel like you're singing this sad tune, you know? So the second verse shifts, and I have some thoughts there as well, but like musically, just her voice is so powerful, clear. She does have that break in her voice, so it makes it feel like the emotions are true, and maybe she's cracking because she's singing emotional, but you know, she has that gift, so allows her to use it in these songs to bolster the emotion, right? Yeah, let's roll.
Things have
Ready?
fallen in place, and there's hardly a trace of you anywhere.
All right, so there's where my brain flipped a little from what I just talked to you about. Things have fallen into place. My life is, moving on. And there's hardly a trace of you anywhere. The word I'm going to focus on in that lyric is hardly. So that does mean there are some things up. Are they photos? Things on the refrigerator? Still got a drawer full of clothing? Still have a stolen hoodie? So we all know that girls love to steal hoodies. Simple. Doesn't matter how old you are, you hoodie thieves. So maybe it's an extra hoodie in the house. That's his, but just there's hardly a trace of you anywhere. That means that to me, that feels like she can see something of him, and it always hits her. And why hasn't she taken it down yet? Why hasn't she cleansed the house of this guy's presence, right? And it just has that, I'm kind of doing it to myself. So I'm kind of starting to feel that maybe she really isn't over him, and she's trying to convince herself. I mean, literally that word, if it wasn't there and there's no trace of you anywhere, and there's hardly a trace of you anywhere. Big difference.
I've got too much to do to be thinking of you coming home.
I do love the snare stick on that rim. Okay, we're gonna move that back a hair when gets into don't expect that your turn will come to cry. When she gets into there, listen to the tone, the push where she goes in her register. She goes higher, but it sounds painful.
I've got too much to do to be thinking of you coming home. And I don't expect
Right here.
that your turn will come
Your Turn, she broke twice. And, oh, that was so beautiful. I'm going to move it back a hair again. That break twice is, musically, that is beautiful to my ears.
I've got too much to do to be thinking of you coming home.
You know what she's thinking about him. No way.
I don't expect
Right here.
that your turn will come to cry.
Unreal.
'Cause after all, baby, it was you who said goodbye.
Yep.
I'm over you. This time I'm really over you.
See, it sounds like she's trying to convince herself, I think. Here. You're the one to say goodbye to me. I'm over you.
Like you did so
know?
easily. I'm over you.
All right. Have you noticed as it gets into this ending here, so it's going to be bridge chorus for the whole entire ending with some improvisation. That one, after all, baby, was you who said goodbye. That's the end of the second verse. We're no longer having any verses in the song. So now it starts to get punchy and louder. More of the band is kicked in to give it more urgency, more emotion. Everyone's playing now all the way through. The drummer, I believe, is actually hitting the damn snare finally.
This time I'm
Yeah, there you go.
really over you.
Cymbal crashes,
I really don't care what you do.
hard guitar chords.
Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you.
I notice that the keyboards are still keeping their bright sound. Gives it a little bit of hope. Like there's some brightness here in the music, which is power ballady at this point. But it still kind of feels like, there's a little bit up top that's a little high. And I don't mean vocally, I mean just, high up and, you're feeling good. And then we're just getting ready for the key change. There it is right there. You can hear it starting to kick right there. And that note. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful build into the key.
This time I'm really over you.
See, like,
I don't give a damn what you
I think she's trying to tell herself.
do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you. This time I'm over you.
Okay, we're going to pause there. As you notice, it gets very staccato on the beats. And, this time I'm over you. Of course, I'm singing it like low as hell. But it's ba 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 da da. And that is just, remember from previous things I've said, that's pay attention to me. Dun, 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 dun. It's like the the big, like when you're listening to classical music and it starts to get that crescendo and it starts building and building. This is just like the dun 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 and the big cymbals, that kind of thing. That's what's happening here. So I think her angst, her emotions are boiling and boiling and building and building, and I think she's still a little annoyed that he's still there. Remember, she hardly got hardly a trace of him, so there's still something. So I feel there's still something in here. So it's a little bit of a, do I have to convince myself? A little bit, but I don't think she allows it to come out enough that this stupid idiot's going to understand it and hear it in her tone, because obviously he doesn't pay attention to her somehow. All right. Of course, that's an assumption.
I swear I'm really
I want to get that punch back.
I really with you.
Here we go.
This time I'm over you.
This is big too.
I swear I'm really over you. I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in
That just sounds so sad.
I swear I'm really over you.
Like her heart's breaking while she's screaming.
Just like you got over me. Just like you did so easily.
Damn.
I swear I'm really over you.
There's only one vocal on this, where a lot of bands will double a vocal to get power. She doesn't need that. This is a one-track vocal. No doubling, no nothing. Just her pure voice shredding that tape.
I really don't care what you do. Just don't tell yourself I'm still in love with you.
Ugh. I think she's like almost crying in that. Yeah, let's play that little last part back. I'm over you, I'm over you. It should be ballpark here. Sorry. Yeah, that just sounds so raw and honestly cathartic as well. It sounds like she's just maybe getting it out in this song. Maybe this song is the song that she's finally over him. And maybe that's what that was all about, you know? Think about that. Could have been, there's still stuff in my house. There's still this, there's still that, you know, but you forgot me. And you know what? I'm over you. I really don't care anymore. I don't care what you do. Don't tell yourself I'm in love with you, because you know what? I think I've made my mind up. And those last two belts with the held I'm over you twice is, I think, her final release of it, because you can hear those cracks in her tone. I'm going to go back. You can hear those cracks in her tone. And then we'll just pass it off. Hold on. I know that was the second one. So you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let me drop the volume down. All right. So yeah, I think that was her final cutting that last string. So either that hoodie's getting chucked or it's getting burnt. So you know, that's my internal story that, you know, she had a hoodie hanging somewhere in the house. She might have even been wearing it when she was singing the song. And then she like just took it off and threw it on the ground. So Scott Rooney, thank you for this one. This was a fun one. Lyrically, we just went over that. Musically, I didn't really break that down too much. It honestly didn't need it. The music is the tool for what it's doing. It's giving you the beginning, the pacing, the sadness of the heart, playing in that controlled, subdued type of keyboards. That, like, again, the drum is just hitting the snare. If anyone, the snare rim, if anyone isn't familiar with that, I'll give you an idea with a little cup here. Instead of like, you know, hitting the drum, the drummer does this and goes and just puts the snare, puts it right on the snare rim, and you get that type of hit that you don't get when you're actually hitting the top of the snare. Oh, and by the way, this is a random Skid Row used drumstick just for something to show you. This is the first one I can grab over there. So yeah, I think that's really what the band was doing. They were just adding their presence, their boost, their support to the idea of what she's singing. So they were just really following the emotion of the vocalist. In this case, you know, Laura. So I love that part. You know, it kept building and building and building, and it got staccato towards the end, like a dun, dun, dun. We talked about that. And then she just starts getting louder in her release, shall we say. Not vocally louder, but she's just, it's starting to come out and it's starting to break, and you can hear her voice breaking more. Like earlier, the first time, I think 2 times I got goosebumps. It was absolutely ridiculous, but you can hear the pain. And I think that's really, really smart the way they did that musically. And then with her voice. Now, vocally for her, again, I talked about it a few times, but just Laura Branigan's voice was so powerful and so pure. A lot of her singles were massive hits. Just I remember a lot of them as a kid. I'm not going to go over them now, besides Gloria, when I know off the top of my head. There's that. There was so many other, things that she did. And this one wasn't a major single. This album didn't even chart that well, but she still has an amazing voice. Absolutely amazing voice. Yeah. All right. So that is the end of this one. Again, thank you, Scott Rooney, for giving me this one. It was a fun one. And I'm glad I got this one done because I was really looking forward to hearing a Laura Branigan song that I didn't know because I really only knew her radio hits. I never really dove into her discography, her, singles hits, besides the singles hits. There you go. So I really didn't know much of her catalog. So it was a good one. I appreciate it. You joined me. I had fun. This was amazing. So if you liked it, feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, put the bell on. That way you know when they're going to be coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? It always helps me tremendously from any support you have, whether it be memberships, Patreon tiers, comments, likes, just watching in general. Just love having you guys interact with me and enjoying what I do. It means a lot. And I know I've been gone for a while, and hopefully that will not be a thing too much anymore. That's it. That's really all I have. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Listen to a killer song. And as always, love you guys. Peace out. Rock on. Later. So thank you, Scott Rooney, once again. Nope. Delved? Nope. I sing similarly. I sing similarly. Wow. Yeah, the softer side of, I can't think of the damn word I want. Pause. There we go.